This is becoming a serious problem now for both President Biden and his son, who is under criminal investigation by the U.S. Attorney out of Delaware and likely Special Prosecutor John Durham. And if you remember, you mentioned the so-called Russian disinformation, but if you remember, candidate Joe Biden outright lied and prevaricated when he was asked point blank if he had any knowledge of his son's overseas business dealings with some of the most unsavory and corrupt governments and enterprises. And he told the U.S. media and the American public, I have absolutely no knowledge whatsoever of anything that my son was up to. And if he was up to anything overseas, it was completely legitimate. We now know, we have evidence, overwhelming evidence, that Joe Biden himself, in at least 2 occasions, was kept abreast of what Hunter Biden was doing abroad and was trying to himself get directly involved with some of these dealings. If you recall Tony Bobulinski, he became some sort of national name 11 days before the election when he mentioned publicly on Fox News, I believe, or one of the other channels, that he had intimate knowledge that Joe Biden was directly involved in negotiations with Hunter Biden with a corrupt Chinese energy company named CEFC, in which Joe Biden himself would have received a 10% equity share out of some sort of agreement that Hunter Biden and his corporation would have come into with this company. Nothing came about from this deal except for a $5 million payout, and it just really goes to show how involved Biden was with some of these countries, these foreign dealings, and whether or not pay-for-play was involved here.
Well, I mean, it's really staggering. Remember, 10% for the big guy, but no one seems to care about that. You know, just taking this up to a larger 30,000-foot view, a macro view of what's happened here. We had a media obsessed with all things Trump. They effectively alleged that President Trump was Al Capone, and the Trump Organization was some type of crime syndicate that had latched itself on to the Oval Office. And meanwhile, we have a case here with Hunter Biden, who now has gone from the Parmesan cheese expert to an art connoisseur. The White House making efforts to try to conceal the people who spend the big dollars on the artwork he's now producing. This smells and looks like corruption by all accords, by any natural inclination, and yet somehow no one seems to be bothered by what's occurring in front of us.
Hunter Biden was receiving close to $80,000 a month from a corrupt Ukrainian natural gas company with no natural gas experience or corporate governance experience whatsoever. Based on his memoir, we know that Hunter Biden belonged in rehab much more so than on the board of any company, let alone one in which his father was the point man on. And now after that successful career in the energy business, he has become some sort of art aficionado in which his artwork is fetching $500,000 from anonymous buyers around the world, in which this has raised tremendous ethics concerns, including from Obama's own ethics czar. So the corruption is astonishing yet predictable, and we will see how far the media will go to continue to insulate Joe Biden from his son's unsavory behavior.
Hi, Emma Reckenberg here. If you like this video, there's a whole lot more to see on Newsmax TV. You can watch for free right here on our YouTube live stream and be the first one here each time our experts break down real news. Just hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon, and stay with us on America's fastest growing cable news channel, Newsmax TV.